In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about some makeup I picked up at the drugstore. We're going to start with the L'Oreal True Match. I picked up the new one in W6, and we're going to compare it to the original, which has been a long time ride or die foundation for me, also in W6. I picked up the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Clean Color Eyeshadow in 232 Berry. I picked up a couple of different lipsticks and a kohl eyeliner also by CoverGirl. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lisa Monique, where we cover all things beauty and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. So today I am filming in my bathroom. Many of you know that our house is on the market. We're actually under contract. I keep bringing more and more stuff down to the condo in Florida for whenever we buy a real home, but this bathroom, you know, I'm touching wall to wall, so I apologize for having the light reflecting in the shower, but I've got so much junk in the living area and they're repainting our patio, so they asked me to take everything off the patio, so it's also pushed in the living area and I just don't have any room to set up any of my equipment. So that's why we're in this bathroom today, and I hope it's not too echoey, but we'll go ahead and see what we can do. So I was really sad to hear that they had reformulated the True Match. At first I thought they just changed the bottle, but then I heard people saying, no, it's a different foundation. And I was like, oh no, because this is kind of my ride or die, you know, fallback foundation that I wore for, you know, years, probably in my 30s, until I discovered Charlotte Tilbury at maybe like 48. So, I mean, I wore this for a long, long time, and I just liked it was non-transferable, it dried down, it didn't leave my face sticky, and it just gave really beautiful coverage. So when I picked up the True Match, the new one, it's in W6, which was my same shade, and when I first applied it, I saw that it was just a little bit thinner, not significantly thinner, but maybe the difference between a brand new foundation and one that's a couple months old. So this one I did purchase a few months ago, so maybe that's the difference, but I think it's just, it is the formulation. I applied it with my fingers because that's how I used to always apply the foundation. I feel like it's really good coverage with your fingers. I almost feel like it would be harder to do with a brush. I don't know. But I applied it with my fingers. I built it up a little bit on my hyperpigmentation, let it set down, and it goes on so thin and fine, and it doesn't have like a heavy foundation feel, but unlike some other thinner foundations that dry down, they almost feel like too dry on my face, and this one didn't, but it did leave a slight powdery finish. So I haven't shaved my face in a while, so I have all my little white hairs coming back. And when I would look at it at an angle, I could actually see just a little bit of that powdery finish on my hairs, or if I pulled my skin tight on my larger pores, I could see where, you know, just a little bit of foundation had dried in those pores, but I could probably just flick it away with my fingers or just lightly flick it with a sponge. It wasn't like you had to kind of work it in. It was just like a light powdery finish. It is just a really pretty finish. And then I used the regular original on this side, and it just felt a little more maybe moisturized. I mean, it almost was the same dried down finish, but this one was just a little bit thicker. And I like it both, right? So I like the way both sides feel, just slightly different. This one was just a little bit more moisturized. And again, it didn't have that kind of powdery when it dried down. So I applied it, I blotted both of it lightly, both sides lightly with a sponge. I've been wearing a split face for a couple of days, and honestly, I can't tell the difference. So I have not powdered my face on top of it. So this is just the foundation with some blush on it, and I really, really have been enjoying the way it has been wearing. Now the CoverGirl in the 232 Cool Berry eyeshadow, I was curious about this. It's kind of my favorite shades, these dusty rose shades. You've got two mattes and two shimmers, which I thought were pretty close together, but this far shimmer has a little bit more sparkle in it, and it also has a little more fall off. So these three shades are my favorite. I'm put the matte one as a base because I feel like the mattes stay on a little bit better, and then the shimmer on top. And then I just am using a little bit of the brown with a flat eyeliner brush underneath, and the brown eyeshadow stays on forever. It is very long lasting. I swatched some, and it didn't wash off even with soap and water. These colors came off pretty easy, but the brown really stays a long time. So if you need a powdered eyeshadow or eyeliner, I feel like this is a really good deep one. All the matte shades also have a little bit of fall off, so you want to tap it off a little bit, but it was really pretty. I really have been enjoying wearing them. Now, as far as the Exhibitionist eyeliner, the 24-hour kohl, it does not come off. This is old on my hand. I've washed my hands a bajillion times today. It does not come off. It dries down quick. So you need to do one eye, and then if you're going to smudge it out, you need to smudge out that eye before you work on your next one. But it is a stay in place kohl. So I got the black. I might go back and see if they have like a brown, because I do love browns and I love stay in place. I mean, I love when I wake up the next day and I still have eyeliner on. And so that's the way these are. And I just put a real thin line at my lash line, and then I tight lined a little bit. I did get it on my contact lens. I just want to be a warning. It got a little dot in my contacts and I almost couldn't get it off. Because first of all, I tried, to put a drop to see if it would just move, out. But it didn't, so I had to take my contacts out, and it almost dried down on my contacts. So I'm sitting there, scrubbing, because I didn't want to have to put in a new contact lens because these are month-long contacts. And eventually I did get it off, but I was like, whoo, this eyeliner does dry down fast. As far as lipsticks, I got a couple of them. This one is the Glow Paradise in 200 Mulberry by L'Oreal. It does have that L'Oreal lipstick fragrance, which I do not like. I almost can taste it. But this is a beautiful sheer gloss. It reminds me of the Dior gloss. Look at that. That's beautiful. It has a nice shine. It's not too soft that it's going to mush down significantly when you're applying it like some of the glosses do. Yeah, it's just really, really, really beautiful. And this is going to be one of the shades that I love to wear this season. Then I also purchased a Superstay Vinyl Ink in 90, which is dainty. And I thought it was going to be kind of this rose color too, but it's pretty bright. It's almost like a peony rose pink. I don't know what you would call this. Corally, peony pink, I don't know. It's beautiful, and the lip vinyl dries down. It's going to dry down like this, and it's going to stay for a long time. You can put a gloss over it, and the color is going to stay. So I really do like the lip vinyls. I just find that the case is hard to pick the colors. So this one is the one I love. This is 40 in Witty, and this is my plum color that I wear all the time. So I do like these because they're a long lasting color. And then I tried the L'Oreal 8-Hour Infallible Pro Gloss. It's what I have on now. This is a real light one. This is in Petal Pink Opal, 880 Pink Opal. It's just a topper color for me. You can see the gloss there. But it does dry down and it stays glossy. I don't know if it stays on for 8 hours, but it kind of gives this light gloss. It dries down to a, not dry, it's tacky, but not like goopy tacky, so it's just short of being dry. And then it will stay at this level of moisture, dryness, tackiness, whatever you want to call it, for a couple of hours. So I do like it. Again, my shade, the Pink Opal, is more of a topper shade, so they had it in quite a few shades, so I am going to try something a little bit darker next time. But I think I got a nice little variety of lipstick shades. This one definitely is more of a spring color for me. But that's it. That's the new drugstore makeup that I purchased and have been testing out. I really am enjoying them, and I am thrilled with the new True Match. I didn't think they needed to change the formulation, but it still works for me. And let me know if you've tried it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I haven't watched anyone else's reviews to see if people thought it was significantly different, but on my normal leaning dry skin, it's so similar except for that kind of powder finish. Anyways, I sure appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.